It's very likely that your project will, at some stage, need to become a legally recognised organisation. Now, don't be put off by this. All sorts of small groups have a formal structure recognised in law. Village shop co-ops, local sports clubs, and so on.
One of the main reasons is money. Your project will probably need access to external funding, and anyone backing you financially will expect your group to be constituted in some formal way. They know that a loose collective of individuals is unlikely to successfully manage an asset such as a wind turbine. And it's not just funders. Larger scale projects like a wind turbine, biomass or hydro will most likely require contracts with suppliers for maintenance or fuel deliveries. This will be difficult, if not impossible, without having a legally recognised structure. Suppose that your community renewable energy scheme generates income, which many are specifically set up to do. Who decides how this money will be spent? Leaving this to a vaguely defined group is asking for trouble further down the line. But a community group that becomes a recognised social enterprise will find it much easier to have defined aims, decide what to invest its profits in, and how to manage itself. Finally, there's the benefit to the individuals involved. Any project that involves significant finance carries risk, and being a legally recognised entity protects those people running the project by separating their personal finances from that of the group.
There are lots of different types of organisation recognised in law. They come in two types, either incorporated or unincorporated. An incorporated organisation is one that, in the eyes of the law, is separate from its members. It's a corporate body that has rights and duties of its own, like a charity, a co-op, a community interest company, or a company limited by guarantee. Critically, members of incorporated bodies are not liable to any losses that the organisation incurs, beyond a nominal sum of £1, or in some cases, shares. An unincorporated organisation is one where there's no difference between the organisation and its members. Examples include partnerships, associations, friendly societies, and trusts. We suggest that you do not choose to become an unincorporated organisation for several reasons, these being the main two. Since unincorporated bodies cannot legally own anything, the assets would be owned by individual members of your group. What happens if someone wants to resign or dies? How is their share of the asset transferred, and to whom? Members of an unincorporated body have unlimited personal liability, so if your organisation gets into debt, you will be asked to meet the payments personally. A court may even decide that one member should pay more than another, and members of the group could even face bankruptcy. So, back to incorporated organisations. As we've said, incorporated organisations have rights and duties of their own, separate from their members. This means their members have to fulfil certain obligations, such as filing annual returns and accounts. While this comes with an element of responsibility and cost, it's a lot better than risking exposure to thousands of pounds worth of risk, as you would by remaining unincorporated.
The following are most commonly adopted for community renewable energy projects: Industrial and Provident Society or Co-op, Community Interest Company, Company Limited by Guarantee or Shares, or Charity. A company limited by guarantee or shares is a flexible business model which might suit some communities. The drawback, however, is that although you can incorporate social or ethical aims into the articles that govern the company's actions, the company doesn't have to abide with them. So your project can become more profit-driven and less socially orientated if management changes hands in the future. Charitable status is something that many community groups ask about, but in fact this is not likely to be the best option for most community renewable energy projects. This is because although registered charity status brings advantages in terms of tax breaks, the reporting requirements are more onerous than for other business types, and your ability to trade will be limited. You may also find it difficult to convince the Charity Commission that your project meets the criteria for charity status. Note that being a charity is something that you are over and above your legal form, so you can be a charitable company or a charitable trust and so on. Whatever legal form you decide you want your project to take, you're not on your own. There are bodies who will help you to do this. There is also a major new government initiative to increase the number of people investing in local initiatives. Visit the website to find out more.